we go, if I have a look here, we go 17 points clear of Atletico Madrid. Hello and welcome back to what is the penultimate episode as part of the Sociedad to Success save. In today's episode we've got two nice games, one at home against Osasuna, our local rivals for the final time. We'll be playing against them, and we'll be playing against Celta Vigo away from home, which should also be a very good game. So yeah, we've got two simple games off the back of that disappointing loss, but obviously it was still an honour to play in that cup final and make the second cup final after 2 seasons. It was a really good occasion for us. So we'll be playing this game against Osasuna, going out with a bang from the Basque region, and let's see if we can pick up all 3 points onto the game. So the team for the game against Osasuna at home at the Anoeta, same team as the cup final, starting with Romero in goal, backline of Cucurella, Tormina, Elizondo and Hamari Traore. In the midfield we've got Andre and Zubi Mendy, we've got Berene on the left, Mendes on the right, Q in the middle, and Correa up top. In the opening moments of this game against Osasuna, we have a corner here. The ball is played in from Berene, and Elizondo has a bicycle kick there, and then he gets sent across the pitch in typical football manager style. But in the early moments, that's our first shot of the game, and hopefully we can pick up some goals here, put on a real good game, get as many goals as we can. I'd like to see some great performances, from all the players I've signed and all the players who've been here since day one. It'd be a real good occasion to get as many goals in what is our penultimate game at the Anoeta, I believe. So I'm looking forward to it here, but it looks like we might have to do a bit of defending, which is something that I've seen a big improvement here this season, but we still have to defend here as the ball is played in, and the shot from the Osasuna attacker just hits that post there, and now we'll be having a goal kick after 10 minutes, and let's see if we can turn this around and go and get a goal in this half. As 15 minutes goes here, Andre plays a nice ball to Correa, and he's come deep here, and Correa will look to try and play it out to the left maybe. He instead goes back to Andre, and what a great player Andre has been. For the fee of around 25 million that we paid for him, he's been a really good player for us, and I'm really happy with that signing, arguably the best signing I've made since I've been here. But we do have a corner here from that Correa shot, but then we'll look to play this ball in. He's going to play it right into the middle there, and he looks to find a player at the near post, but he doesn't manage to reach anyone, and now Berene plays another ball in. He's got Correa waiting at the back post. He's been another great signing for us for a fee of around 20 million as well. So we've had some pretty big signings that we've made, and they've all been pretty good in my opinion. Maybe some of the initial signings when we needed players to bring in were the best, players like Danny Welbeck, Campagna. Maybe not the best signings, but I've learned from them, I guess, and this season definitely made some pretty improved signings. And yeah, as I say, they've been really good. Correa, I don't know how many goals he's on now this season. If we have a look here, he's got 5 goals. I think that might be more though in other games, but you can't really look here because these are also his Atletico Madrid games. But he's been a really good player for us since we've signed him in January. So 30 minutes gone in this game, still 0-0 as we approach the final 10 minutes of this game here, as the Osasuna goalkeeper picks it up there. Not our best start to this game, really. We haven't put up too much of a chance, but hopefully we can turn this ball over here as it is played deep into our defence, and now Osasuna find themselves in the attack. It's a lovely touch by their striker. He'll look to release it and he puts it over that crossbar there. Very lucky that we've not conceded that. Now we will look to try and get out from the back, play some counter-attacking football, the fluid, fast football we play with this wing play. Probably a quite unconventional style. A lot of teams like to play, keeping the ball and stuff like that. I love to play, just get the ball up and play some, have a bit of flair, and all that. I like to have that in my team. So second half here, let's see if we can get some goals. 60 minutes gone here. I think if we pick up all 3 points, we go, if I have a look here, we go 17 points clear of Atletico Madrid, and we still there's a slight chance that we could go on and maybe have a title push, but I don't think it's very viable at this moment. But we have had a really good season, but the teams at the top have just been amazing. I think Barcelona might have a 100-point season here, which would be absolutely insane. It just shows how competitive this league is. But in 2 seasons, to become an established top 4 team with the other teams in the league that there is, maybe we could have done a bit better in the Champions League. We had 2 round of 16 knockout games where we both lost them, and I definitely think we had the chances to win them, especially that Marseille game. That's why it hurt so much, especially considering if we had advanced to the next round, we had a chance at making a semi-final, in my opinion, which would have been absolutely huge. Bit disappointed we couldn't advance in that, but establishing ourselves as a top 4 team is a really good achievement in my opinion, and we need to demonstrate here in this game why we are a top 4 team. We can finish with a maximum of 87 points if we win our last 5 games, and hopefully that's something we can do here. And we might have the chance to pick up the first 3 points of that set of games, but Correa just puts the ball wide of that post here. A few changes made. We brought on Zubeldia and Yazban. I think a few more will be made as 25 minutes is left in this game. We draw 0-0. As we have another chance here in the second half, midway through this second half here, Zubeldia finds himself in a bit of a Mazzala position. He's coming out to this wing, but he loses out that ball with that loose pass, and then he goes and wins it back. And now Zubimendi, who finds himself on the ball, plays it out wide to Mikel Yazbal. Mikel Yazbal won't be able to reach out, but he'll look to try and press it and win that ball back. But Osasuna have turned this ball over, and they'll look to try and attack us here on that far side as Zubimendi will look to try and go for the tackle. Doesn't win it there, but Hamari Traore wins that. What a hero for us. The player of the season in La Liga last season, arguably the best player we've had at the club in our time. He's not had maybe the best season this year, but he's been so consistent as he was last year. He's not put the attacking output as such, but he still has been really good. And another player who's been really good is Kubo, who gets our goal there in this game to make it 1-0. Yeah, he's been a really good player. I've given him a chance this season, a starting role after the departure of Emil Smith-Rowe, and he has been a really good player for us. And yeah, very happy with that goal. As I said, Hamari Traore, great player, player of the season for us last year in the league actually. And so has Kubo, been an amazing player this season, arguably our player of the season this year. So 24 minutes left in this game. We lead 1-0. 66 minutes gone in this game here as Osasuna find themselves with their first chance here, but it doesn't look like it will come to anything. And as 20 minutes is left in this game, we look closer to picking up another 3 points on the board. As you can see there, we have gone 17 points clear of Atletico Madrid in 4th place. That is insane. And if I just have a look here, we're going to be playing Real Madrid. I think it will be off camera, but if we can beat them in that game, we will be within 1 point of Real Madrid and to finish 2nd place. But if we win the rest of our games and we can hope for a result elsewhere, if we could finish 2nd place, what a result that would be, considering how well we've done. We've lost 2 games all season up to now. We've not lost at home, and hopefully we can keep that up and go on and win the rest of our games and go up to 2nd place in the league. Final moments of this game here as Tony Martial finds himself through on goal from a lovely ball by Mikel Yazbal. Tony Martial has chipped the keeper, and what a goal that is from our striker who we bought in the summer transfer window, you know, free agent. I didn't think I'd be able to get him in because his wage demands at Man United 300 grand a week, but he's come to the club and I've given him a lot of minutes, trusted him when you know, some people might not have trusted him, and he has been an amazing player, and he gets his 10th goal or something like that this season. I believe he's been a really good player for us, and we have a chance here to make it 3-0 and wrap up the win as Mikel Yazbal steps over this corner, and he plays the ball in, comes out to Berende, now Zubeldia finds himself on the ball. We know what he can do with a long shot. He tries to take it there, but it doesn't come to anything. And now El Tondo will find himself on the ball in his natural right-footed position. He'll try and play it, and now Tormina finds himself on the ball to Cucurella. Now Cucurella's got Mikel Yazbal out wide. Zubeldia instead finds it's Berende on the left side actually, and now Berende could play a return pass to Cucurella. Instead he goes to Tormina, and we're just passing the ball on, getting the chance flowing in the stadium during every pass. And now Marc Cucurella is running down this wing. He'll look to try and whip a ball in. He might look to go back. Instead he finds Berende, and now Berende will look to have a shot. Berende with the shot, and it's forced. A big save from the Osasuna goalkeeper there to deny our 3rd goal of the game, and now we have another corner here. What started that attacking play for us previously will be restarted here as Mikel Yazbal steps over this. He'll look to try and deliver it in. He plays the ball to the middle. He plays it to that in the middle of the box, but it doesn't come to anything. And Mikel Yazbal, by the way, what a player he's been for us across these 2 seasons. Yet again, maybe not his best season this year, but a lot of different players have broken through for us. Maybe it's just not been his season in terms of injury and different factors. But he scored 30 goals for us last season. And what a player he was for us. So very happy with that result, and we're going to advance on now to the next game against Celta Vigo. So on to this game against Celta Vigo now. The team will be starts with Romero in goal, backline Cucurella, Tormina, Elizondo, Hamari Traore, midfield Andrew and Zubimendi as expected. Up top, Mikel Yazbal makes his return in this episode here. Hopefully he can get some goals in the final games of this season for us. It'd be a good way to go out. Got Cuba in the middle, Barene on the right and Correa up top. As you join us here in the second half of this game, literally nothing has gone on in that first half at all, which is pretty disappointing. Nobody has put shots up at all. I think a few changes will be made shortly to make sure that we can get that goal that we need in this game. Obviously, last season one of our strengths, I'd say, was scoring goals, but obviously conceding goals when we really didn't need to, putting us in bad positions, was something that we needed to work on. And you know, a quote that I go by a lot in my football mentality is, I like to think that defense, attack wins you games, but defense wins you, it wins you titles. You know, said by Sir Alex Ferguson, who actually said that very famous footballing quote, and I believe that it holds very true to me. You know, I feel like you've got to have these. You've got to have the strength and depth in the different positions, and especially in defense as well, because last season we could be scoring as many goals as we did, 90 goals or something like that, the most in the league. But ultimately, can we defend when teams come at us? And sometimes that was not the case. We couldn't defend, and we really struggled, and we dropped points. We might have scored a lot of goals, 2, 3 goals in a game, but then we would draw, you know, 2 or 3 goals, and that's really bad. It's something that we had to work on, but definitely this season it's something we strengthened by adding players, and we've shown also as well that we can score goals, just as Bryce Mendes has done there against his former club in Celta Vigo. He scores a lovely goal there, just like he did a few weeks ago as well in a game against Celta Vigo. A very nice long range shot there, as he has just done here, and he has scored another goal for us this season. We've become a really good overall team, and yeah, strengthening that defence has definitely done a quite good job for us as we provisionally move into second place. What a side that is, 78 points after 34 games, and we pick up a nice 1-0 win here to wrap up that episode. Really happy with that result. I mean, we could have probably attacked more, but this season the boys have been absolutely knackered at this stage. We've had so many games to play, it's been insane from January onwards, and it was that one game, the Super Cup final against Real Madrid, that just set it all off for us. It's been insane. Zubimendi out with an injury. He's played his final game for us on this channel. Great servant for us in midfield. Obviously, he was paired against with Mikel Merino last season, and now he was again with Andre, and he's been a really good servant for us. So we'll be seeing him. We'll be seeing him on the channel for now. He's been a really good player for us, and we can only thank him for his efforts. Yeah, so it's been a very good episode there. As it stands, we are in second place. We have Real Madrid to play. I'll let you know how that result goes. Our form, 5 wins in a row, no goals conceded in that time. And as I say, we do not concede goals at all anymore, really. We've conceded 28 goals, which is, if we have a look here, it's the third least, I mean, goals conceded in the whole league, and that is really good considering like we are third in the league, so it does make sense. It clearly shows how important it is to not be conceding goals. If we take a look here, we were fourth last season, I believe. Yeah, fourth last season, but with 43 goals conceded. So we did finish fourth, obviously, last season, but 43 goals conceded was definitely not good. But that probably came a lot from of our 91 goals here. As you can see, across the season, we scored 10 goals against Granada. I think we scored 6 in one game, and then maybe 4 in another. We gave quite a few goals, quite a few hammerings to various different teams here. As you can see, Athletic Bilbao, Pamplona, and Villarreal and Betis, who are also our rivals at the top. So clearly quite intense there. But we've also scored a lot of goals this season against different teams. Bilbao another 4. You know, just rub it in a little bit. Osasuna as well. We got 4 against them. Rub in the rivalry wounds a little bit. But obviously Bilbao did beat us 3-0 this season, which was insane. That's the only time I feel like the defence has really collapsed. Maybe in the extra time of that game against Tottenham, but I wouldn't really say there was a time as bad as the Bilbao game, but it happens. You know, you can't expect to not lose some games, and it was only 1 of 2 losses for us. No losses at home. So yeah, really good that we made those improvements, and we've clearly become a really good team. So once again, thank you for watching. If you did enjoy that video, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. I'll leave you with this tune, and I'll see you tomorrow for the final episode of the Sociedad to Success save. Thank you. Bye bye.